It was a season of change and of uncertainty. Weasel kept me busy enough. We were still hiring new folks like Amara Sumatra. We were still covering music events, and we were having staff meetings. But in the downtime, in the silences, I felt something starting to move around in my mind. Some new or maybe just unperceived anxiety. I wouldn't know what it was for a while, and mostly I could run from it by working. But when I was at home alone, I found myself looking for projects to keep my brain occupied. I was redecorating the Canals house like a madman, and when it was done, we sold it to Sterling and bought a house in the hills, and I started doing the same thing again. Projects, work, business. These are how I would keep my mind occupied. These are how I would silence the anxiety. But on this one autumn night, the universe decided to shout at me.
So I texted you last night.
Yeah. Talk to me about it.
I was called by Captain Ramsey of the LCPD, Liberty City.
Oh.
That's why I had to step out from the party, and that's why I needed a breather.
Uh-huh.
And apparently I have to fly back later this week or next week. I don't remember exactly. I gotta call him back to testify against someone I've already testified against.
I see.
They weren't supposed to get a parole hearing, but they got a parole hearing, and now I have to go testify.
I see.
Not very confident in my ability to survive.
Is that right?
Yeah, because if he finds out I was the person who originally testified against him, I have a feeling I'm going to be in trouble. So I'll probably be gone in the evening of the day I leave.
Okay.
And hopefully back the next day if nothing goes wrong.
I got you. All right. Well, keep us posted, I guess.
Yep, I'll text you guys before I get on the plane, and I'll text you guys as I'm flying home.
Yeah.
Okay.
So how's everything? Are you all right?
No.
Okay. Well, do you want to talk about it?
Not really.
All right. Anything that I need to know before you catch the flight?
If I go missing, it was Vinny Thompson.
If you go missing, it was Vinny Thompson.
All right, I'm going to go prepare for my flight.
Okay, so Layla, we have a situation. I just got a text message from a number that I don't know. Oh, wait, hold on. There are riddles? You are encouraged to bring company to help you solve these riddles, as others are already searching as we speak. Now for your first task, where a lady holds the balance of impartiality, you will be called to stand and speak the truth.
The next riddle.
All right, an old fortress where rows of missions were complete. Now it lay in ruins, a testament to old times. Go here to peer into the void and chew in mass. Once you reach this location, your path will intertwine with those searching for Miss Deadlock. Deep in the hills, a garden of flowing wine overlooks a testament of power. Once you have all arrived, compare notes and text this number and tell me where you think she's laying. Sterling had been taken from the airport. While we were getting riddles, Vinny Thompson's men had tortured her, carving into her skin and face. She wasn't able to talk for a number of days. She communicated instead by writing. We took her from the hospital to a friend's place, all of us taking different routes in case we were being watched. We called the police, and Madeline responded with so many officers. She always did come through, and we had been trying to smooth over our relationship in those days. This was one of the first times we had talked since the breakup. All of us gave our statements to the officers, and soon after, Bree had to go. She would be out of town on business for a little while, and so I retreated to the place I tended to retreat to, the roof at Weasel. I thought of the night Medusa died, how I had been powerless to save my friend and colleague. I felt that night echo through this one. I thought of Ursuline, who I missed dearly, and I felt alone. The night after Medusa died, Ursuline and I stood atop that Weasel News building talking and reminiscing. And here, I was left alone, with only my thoughts. Until...
Well, you're looking a little lonely over here.
Oh, hello.
How are you doing? Looking a bit glum.
It's been a night.
Has it?
Yeah, it has been. How are you?
Yeah, fine, I suppose.
Don't you like the skyline from here at this time of night?
Oh yeah. Little foggy. Well, actually, it's probably smog.
Yeah, it's definitely smog. Yeah, it's been a night. Sterling was kidnapped tonight.
Oh shit. Is he okay?
It's hard to know. Obviously, there's been traumatized, right?
Right, of course.
Amara. I didn't expect her. We had just hired her. Little did I know that she would become one of my closest friends. She wasn't Ursuline, but she didn't have to be. She just needed to be her. After a while, I went home to my new big empty house in the hills, and I started decorating again. Projects to fill up the silence to keep from thinking. But there was no project that night that would keep me from looking at my empty bed. No project that would fill the house with noise and laughter loud enough. Nothing to keep me from thinking about Madeline and the emotionally tumultuous breakup that I had been spending weeks and months trying not to think about. But on that night, the anxiety of unprocessed emotion became too loud for me. The empty walls and rooms screamed at me that I was just trying to cover over old pain with a new coat of paint. Maybe it was seeing Sterling fail to outrun her past, or being alone in a house too big that it made me feel like I didn't belong where I was, or maybe it was seeing Madeline and thinking of the pain of old heartache never confronted. Whatever it was, the past was screaming at me to run away and deal with it, and Bree wasn't there to silence it.